Brought to you by the Rugby Outlet Mall, equipping you for freedom and connection through rugby. Find out more at rugbyoutletmall.com. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another great episode of Grow Rugby. My name is GiftTime Ebelu, and this is the podcast where we speak with people about the opportunities that they have received, that they have found, that they have created, and basically the stories of the opportunities that they are getting to partake in via rugby. We got a great guest today. This is one that's always a personal favorite, mainly because a lot of it comes because there's a cultural element to it. You know, this guy's a Nigerian. He's one of the reasons why he came on was because he's Nigerian, but overall because he's just an amazing rugby player on the rise. Freddi Henry-Ajudua. This guy's about to play for Nigerian rugby, formerly played for Rugby ATL, former Jacksonville Jaguars linebacker, and even bigger, a former HBCU Rugby Classic, HBCU historically black college and university athlete. You know, this is a guy who is what we call the ultimate crossover player, and it's good to see what's happening with him as he continues his journey. And we're going to hear a little bit more about it. One of the main reasons, though, I'm not going to pretend, is because of the fact is he started playing for Nigeria Rugby. And Nigeria Rugby, the national team, the Black Stallions, shout out. I was going to say Green Eagles, but that's the soccer team, so we're not even going to acknowledge that. The Black Stallions, they're trying to make the rise up, take over the African continent. Yo, South Africa, you need to watch out. We got that true talent. Uganda, you got to watch out. Madagascar, you got to watch out. Nigeria Black Stallions are coming. Giddy up. But no, it's a great interview, great listen. Talking about a guy who's had a really interesting and storied history getting into it. And you definitely can see where the need to achieve, the will to achieve and go above and beyond comes out of. So you guys will truly love this. There's not really much to say within the rugby world. We're still another few weeks. We're still out from rugby really starting here in the U.S. Premiership Rugby already kicked off this past weekend. So, that's, I guess, a plus in and of itself. And we see what the empty stadium situation is like. Obviously, it looks like college rugby for the fall is going to get pushed either to the spring or it's just going to be erased and people just jump into sevens. Super Rugby has been going on as usual. So, it's light work within the rugby world, and it's light work within USA Rugby. I do have some news for you guys. Within the next couple weeks, I will be heading down to Brazil. Finally getting a chance. You guys didn't know, but I've been trying to get down there for a little bit. We'll be there for about a month. So, you guys, I'm going to have a few episodes ready to go for you guys. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you hanging, but I just let it be known that, the recordings might not always feel as recent, simply because the situation will be different. But even in COVID, as I go from the number one COVID country in the world to the number two COVID country in the world, I hope to be able to get a little bit of the Brazilian rugby experience in some way, shape, or form. And contrary to popular belief, people, if you didn't know, Brazil does have a fledgling rugby culture going on out there. So it should be fun. But it'll be good. But just want to let you guys know whenever you hear the new episodes coming through in the next couple of weeks, just be wary that it's coming from another part of the country, of the world, not the country, of the world. And as we're going to that point, guys, please go on check out Rugby Outlet Mall. We're about to start stocking up on some new stuff. We're out here trying to make sure that you are stocked up for freedom and connection through rugby. And for most of those who always wonder what is the purpose of Rugby Outlet Mall, obviously the tagline is freedom and connection through rugby, but even more so, this is about being able to create a rugby lifestyle, not just on the pitch but off of it. This is about helping to have a deeper understanding of the game if you want. and even inviting it to other people. This is movies. This is books. Obviously, this goes with merch. This goes with other items that are dealing with health and wellness and everything within that realm. But we want to make sure that you are not just limiting yourself to creating the culture on the pitch, but you actually have the chance to be able to have it as a total surrounding and a curated concept for you. So definitely check out Rugby Outlet Mall. You guys use coupon code GREAUX, GREAUX Rugby, for all Rugby Outlet Mall exclusive items. That's under GiftTime Rugby Network and the HBCU Rugby Classic for 20% off. Use coupon code GREAUX, GREAUX Rugby. And also check out the documentary Singapore to Tokyo any way we can. We are almost having it on Amazon Prime, y'all. And you're not only going to be able to buy it, you can be able to stream it. And then if you like it, definitely go to the website and buy it. But for right now, check out redearthfilms.vhx.tv. And you guys will be able to watch this amazing episode, this amazing series of these guys, myself included within them, taking a bike ride from Southeast Asia, Singapore, going up to Tokyo, Japan for the Rugby World Cup. It is an exhilarating adventure. It is unlike any rugby doc you have seen. It will touch you in ways that you didn't expect it to be, and obviously consensually. And that was a terrible joke. I know. I shouldn't have done it. It's on the record now. What can I say? But no, it is going to be something that you definitely want to be able to use and take you, of course, off of the reminder of COVID and all the situations that went along with it, that have been going on with it. The need to be able to travel and attach other cultures is just so necessary sometimes. It really is, and this will help you bring back to the good times, and it is a thing of beauty. So definitely check it out. $17, 7 episodes. Get it all, download it. It is yours officially. It's not just streaming, it is yours. You can download it, you have it permanently. Do as you might. But definitely check it out. Definitely download it. And I'm telling you, go rent it. Go rent it, Please don't forget to go leave a review. Doesn't matter whether it's a 1-star, whether it's a 5-star. Please leave a review on Apple iTunes. Helps us make sure that we get more information about what you guys like, and it gives me a little bit more feedback as to whether you guys are feeling this or not. I appreciate all you listeners and everything for what you guys are doing. So thank you so much for just taking the time to just continually be in this and just deal with my rants and everything like that. Also, you guys can watch the video feed of this on GiftTimeRugby.com. You can check it out, the articles, or you guys can go to youtube.com/GiftTimeRugby Network. Check it out. We have the full hour-long videos and get to enjoy it. But in the meantime, before you do, go ahead and check out this episode, Freddi Henry-Ajudua, Nigeria Rugby. Shut up.
Grow rugby, grow rugby, grow rugby, grow rugby, grow rugby, grow rugby, grow rugby.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another great episode of Grow Rugby. I got another V. I had to make sure I know this P so well because this is a guy that hits all the levels. He is Nigerian. He is an HBCU alum. He went to Life University, and now he is part of Rugby ATL. And even bigger for me, not necessarily overall, but definitely for me, is about to play for Nigerian Rugby National Team, the Black Stallions. Yo, can we please give it up? Freddi Henry-Ajudua. Freddi, man, thank you so much for coming through.
Yeah, man. What's up, y'all?
Yo, look. Freddi, like I was telling you right before, and even on this, it's wild that this came through. When I saw the message, the article about you being part of the Black Stallions, something that I've had a particular interest with because I've been wanting them to come to the HBCU Rugby Classic. And then even a lot of the reasons why I even started doing media was because it was determining whether I wanted to be part of try out for the national team or try and go do media for Nigeria. And I've always wanted to see their rise back. So to see that they were scouting and had been able to spotlight you and then find out, this dude's got this resume that's here, it was like, yo, this is impressive. I'm like, what? This is wildness, man. like just coming in from Nigeria, moving through this, because you've been doing rugby for a short period of time. How's this journey been so far for you?
This journey it's been hectic. Like, I went from playing soccer to playing American football and then rugby. But let me say, I just feel like the journey was just supposed to happen the way it did, just because like everything that I've been through in my life, it showed me that, okay, this is how the next step is going to be. And it teaches me that, okay, you got to be ready. So I feel like the journey I've been on, that's the journey I was supposed to take.
Dude, I love it. And you know what you do? You kind of see this incremental growth because it feels like everything has led to the step that was needed to get to that next level.
Yeah.
Yo, no, I love it. Well, look, man, I'm always a big advocate of the origin story. I like the superhero origin story. Let's start from the beginning, Freddie. Like, just off the bat, like, how'd you get started in sports?
I mean, as a kid, I was very quick. I started running track at the age of 7, and I picked up a soccer ball at the age of 5 too. So
Nigerian.
Yeah. So those two sports are the two sports I carried hand in hand. So it was like I wanted to go play for the Nigerian Super Eagles. Like that was my dream, because I used to watch them every time. I'm a huge fan of every player that played on that team. But I mean, the way God did it, it was just more like I played soccer roughly 7 years, and then I had to move. My dad just came and just said, "Yo, pack up your stuff, we're moving." And I was just like, wow, like he didn't even like. It was straight from school. I left. Like he came with my book bag with like some clothes and some shoes, and we just dipped. We went straight to the UK.
Did he get a lottery visa?
No. It was just more like we leaving and we visiting. Basically, he just said we was visiting.
Yeah.
He didn't give us the gist of what his plans was, but he said was visiting. So we went to the UK. I stayed in the UK for about 8 months. But then I was playing. I was about 14, 15. I was playing soccer. I was training with this guy that had to connect for Chelsea Football Club.
Oh, wow.
So they had like an open tryout, and my name was up there to try out for that team. I remember it was a Saturday I was supposed to try out, and my dad came, I think it was Thursday. He came in the room and talked to all me and my brothers, Emmanuel and Henry. And he was just like, I don't think England is a country for us to stay, and I think we got to move again. And I was just like, I was like, Dad, I have a tryout on Saturday. Like, he said, we got to go. When we got on the flight, came to the U.S. We came to North Carolina. Now, we came to Chicago and then went to North Carolina. And then we met one of his friends, and he was just like, yeah, she's going to be looking at the and all this stuff. And I was just like, so what are we going to do?
Right.
Basically, he just dropped us off basically like a hotel. We stayed there for 2 weeks. Me and my brothers were never close. So that was just a chance for us to actually come together,
Oh, nice.
Start making plans. I guess it was one of his plans too, but we came together, started making plans, started working. Did a couple construction jobs here and there, because I didn't have no papers. I was an illegal immigrant, So I went through all of that, and then we had to go to school. So high school was around the corner. My dad was like, okay, so is this school right here big on soccer? They won a couple states. I was just like, oh, man, that's the school I wanted to go.
Right.
So we had got an apartment that was not in the school district, so I couldn't go there. So we went to Hillside High School. It's an all-black, more black school than Jordan High School. But we went up there, and I was looking, yo, got a soccer team? It was like, nah, we've not had a soccer team for 5 years. I was just like, oh, man, that sucks. So one of my boys that came, and I remember his name was Jared. He was like, yo, what you think about playing football? And I was just like, I don't know nothing about it. I really never watched it. So it was just more like, okay. He was like, just go and watch us in practice one of these days. I was like, all right, cool. So we went out there. Me and my brother did. So I was watching, and the kicker was kicking the ball. And I noticed, I was like, I could definitely take this guy's spot. I'll probably be more accurate and more, have more power.
Because of the fact that you've been working on that. You've been working on that since you were like 7 already. 6.
Yeah. So I went out there and I told the coach, yo, coach, I'm just kick one of these balls. This is a JV practice, not even varsity. And he was just like, all right, cool. So I kicked on the kickoff, boom, I kicked it out of the field. That was like the end zone kick. And then he was just like, yo, who is this guy? Where's this guy been? And then, it was like, where's this guy been? And he's just like, oh, I think you got a job. You fired. I took somebody's job. And it's fine.
But you know what's funny? A lot of times, in especially whenever it comes with the black high school programs, like you got mad skill athletes, you got mad talented quarterbacks, but the kickers, the special teams is always iffy. It's always like that last resort position, and so to get somebody like that was mad legit like that, like you were, it had to have been such a weapon.
Yeah, he was so excited. He was just like, yeah. So I played JV for the rest of because I came like in the middle of the season. So I played JV for like the rest of the year. That was like my junior year. So my senior year, I got bumped up to varsity. I was second string kicker. I was playing. This dude named Grant was playing over me, and I was just coming to practice, doing my thing. Grant started messing up, so I took his spot. So I started. I took his spot in camp. So I started that year for Hillside. Mm-hmm. We went 16-0, won states that year. We've not won states for like 35 years before that.
Oh, wow.
So it was like a record, won states. So time for me to go to college. I couldn't go because I was still illegal because my papers was in the works, getting my citizenship. And then I stayed out of school for 2 years. Mm. And I went to community college so I could stay busy, keep the brain fresh.
And at least minimum you can get like your associates and be able to at least have something to move forward with.
Yeah. So like 1 year into like community college, I got my citizenship. My papers came in.
Nice.
So I decided, because I used to work at North Carolina Central. I used to work selling shirts at the school. Nobody knows about this. So I used to come to the games. You know how they have the little vendors working, selling shirts, fish, yellow, but yeah. So I was working for my uncle over there. He sold shirts. So I used to make good money working up there. But
wait, were you doing it during the games themselves, or were you doing okay? So was it shirts that were for the school, or did you guys have like your own personalized ones, or what was it?
No, he made the shirts. He made shirts for North Carolina Central, North Carolina A&T. Sometimes I went to show games.
Nice.
To sell shirts. So I was over there selling shirts, watching the game. I mean, I would leave the stand and go watch the game. I'm like, I want to play for this team. It was like, I know I'm going to make this team better when I get up here. Like, and then God did it. I got my papers. I came on, I think the tryout was, I remember, May 11th for the team. They had an open tryout. I think it was like 70 of us that came out to try for the team. And 5 of us got picked up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, me, my brother, and 3 other guys got picked up. And we made the team. We joined. So during the tryout, one of the coaches that came to me, and he was just like, because I was kicking, I was kicking like 65 yards. I was kicking. And he just came to me, and he was just like, dude, you're not going to play kicker, right? And I'm just like, that's all I know how to do. He was just like, I'm going to teach you how to play defense. You big enough. You're big enough to play defense. I'm going to teach you how to play defense, and I'm going to make you All-American. He told me straight up. And I was just like, oh, I'm down with that. You cannot tell me you're going to make me an All-American if you really about it. And coming to find out, he played in the NFL for 7 years.
Yeah.
I remember his name was John Bradley, played for the Lions for 7 years. So he just developed just basically, I just had raw talent. I was fast. I was strong. And he was just like, okay, we're just about to turn this guy to a monster. We'll put him on the edge. So my first year, I walked on my sophomore year. Mm-hmm. So I was on the bench, just going crazy at practice. They have the scout team. They called me. My name was, I remember they called me Scout Team All-American. That third year, my first year, Scout Team All-American, because I was going hard. I was hurting players. Like, people didn't want to stand in my way. And then the second year, I made it on the bus, travel team. Mm-hmm. That was my junior year. So I was traveling. I remember my first game starting on the special teams. I was on the kickoff team. I was not kicking, but I was standing right beside the kicker, though. But I made a big tackle against, I remember it was Duke University. Made a big tackle, boom. After that, he was just like, you hit like that, Fred? I was just like, yeah, I'm waiting for my chance. He's just like, you're going to get a chance to play this game on defense. So fourth quarter, he put me in, made a couple TFLs, and he was just like, yeah, I think I know what to do. Then he called me after and told me, I'm going to save you for a senior year. I mean, we got seniors now that we got to play. So they're going to graduate next year.
Now you better be ready. You better be ready to go. Let's get it.
And he told me those positions going to be open, so just be ready. So I was just like, okay, I stayed low. So come camp, I remember summer camp, I was like untouchable in camp. Like, I feel like for you to be great, you got to put in the work before. A lot of people forget that if you're not working, the next man is working. Right.
Well, look, I always go into, like, for you, is it something – the technical aspect is usually the part that always gets caught up for people. Because obviously raw talent is – there's a lot – there's elite talent, and that's a dime a dozen. But, that's once in a blue moon. But even at that, especially with football, you need to have a technical understanding. And for you, for that summer, like, what were you doing to make sure that you could develop the technical understanding hand placement, know where you need to go on your plays, et cetera, like that?
I did a lot of tour days. Watch a lot of film. That was big on me. Like, I'll just call coach. I'll be like, Coach, I'm about to come in there. He's like, okay, cool. I'm coming in there. So he was just teaching me, like, because I had to play a little bit of outside linebacker, so it was just different. So he was just like, yeah, you got to do this, do this, do that. Because I was more, like, willing to learn. That's, like, important. I feel like a lot of people go into the sport just thinking, like, skill is just going to take you everywhere you want to go. That's really hard worker. If you're a hard worker, you go anywhere. That's how I feel about it. Hard work, big talent any day. So I was like a guy where everybody wanted to train with because I was always on the field, just, just working on my craft. So summertime came, it was just everybody was not on my level. Nobody was on my level. It was just like, dang, okay, what's going on? Coach was just like, so Fred, the way it's looking, you're going to be that All-American this year now. I was just like, I'm going for it.
Was this going into your junior year right now?
This was going to my senior year. This is my last year in college, going to my senior year. So I got suspended for the first 2 games, I remember, because I got a C in calculus. Yeah, because I was taking the hard.
Calc 1 or Calc 2?
Calc 2.
Okay, no, that's real then. All right, I was about to be like, yo, Calc 1, I don't know, but Calc 2? Okay, no, that's real. Like, Calc 2 is unnecessarily – I hate logarithms as a result.
Yeah. That class is so hard. But, yeah, I got suspended for the first 2 games. So I went to those 2 games because my brother was playing. My brother was playing linebacker.
Yeah.
And he was driving.
So younger than you.
He's 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went to those 2 games. I was just boiling on the bench, just watching. Like, why? So our first game was against Olympic City. It was a D2 school.
Yeah.
I remember that game. I'm talking about I went for 8 tackles, 2 TFLs, no sacks.
Nice.
No sacks. So my coach,
that's not under no sacks. But you had force. You had forces. So like you're still disruptive. You're still being disruptive. You're just not getting the numbers out of it.
Yeah. Then he called me and he was just like, yo, Fred, I need you to do that because we had the lowest. I had another guy that was pretty good on the other side. His name was Antonio Brown. Good guy. He already racked up on like 3 or 4 sacks at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm playing catch up. Yeah, I'm playing catch up. So he called me and he's just like, yo, Fred, you need to pick it up. Because there was a young guy behind me that was also good. His name was Kawan Cox. And he was just like, I'm going to start him over you. I'm just like, all right, coach, I got it. So the next game after that, we went to Norfolk. First play of the game, I had a big hit on the quarterback, but he still got the ball out, but he was like a nasty hit. Everybody was like, whoa, this guy's about to go crazy. Went over the game, no sacks, 0. 0 sacks. I mean, I had a great game, 0 sacks. And then I started getting worried myself. I already promised myself I was trying to be All-American and all that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of doubt started coming in my head. This coaches were talking crazy to me.
Right.
So, Bethune, because before the season started, Bethune was a team that North Carolina Central has never beat.
Really?
Never beat.
Bethune-Cookman.
Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman. It was crazy. Never beat them at home. Never beat them at home. So it was like we were going to Florida. We had like what's a hurricane watch and all that good stuff. And I'm just like, hey, I'm about to go crazy. This is the game, because this is the game I've been waiting for. Because we have rivals. Our rivals A&T, but
Naturally.
but we beat A&T 2 years before that, like 2 years back to back. I never lost to A&T the whole time I played Essential, so it was just more like, okay, Bethune is my game, because Bethune always beat us.
That's a white whale for you. That was your Moby Dick right there.
Yeah, definitely. So going to halftime, the whole first half, I played like straight garbage because it was raining. I won't get no tackles, nothing, no sacks. And then John Bradley, walked into the locker room. This is how he picked me up my seat, right here. He picked me up like this.
Oh, shit.
Follow me. Go to the bathroom. I need to talk to you, right? Then he talked to me. He looked at me dead in the eyes. I'm looking at him. And he was just like, Fred, I swear to God, man, if I had somebody better, I'll start him over you. You playing like straight shit. And then he pushed me. We need to wake up. We need to beat these people to go to Celebration Bowl. We need to beat them. And I'm coming out of the locker room just heated, just mad. Like, I'm just angry, like nasty. First play of the game, boom, sack.
You gotta prove something now. Now you gotta prove something. Like, yo, it's beast mode time. It's like, yo, I'm not about to let you do me like this.
Beast mode. First play of the game, sack. Back to back. I went 3 back-to-back sacks in that game.
Nice.
Set the record for tied the record for most sacks in the game. And then that was my first ever interview. Like, I'm having an interview right now.
Yeah.
They called me. I had to have an interview with the news people. And then they were just like, so how you feel about all this stuff you're doing? And there's a lot of good stuff coming out about you. No, I didn't know what to say, I was in front of the camera, like camera shy.
Because this is kind of your first time being able to have that front and center moment. Like, it's
yeah. So that went by. So after that, it just started coming easy for me, like sacks. I was just sacking TFL sacks. So I basically racked up on. I had 13.5 sacks that year.
Nice.
In 10 games. Yeah, in 10 games. Went to the Celebration Bowl. It's the biggest game. Yeah. Went crazy. I feel like I should have won Defensive Player of the Game, but we lost. So that's we lost by 1 point. But I still had it.
That was the year that you guys played Grambling for that one, right?
Mm-hmm. We lost by 1.
That must have been that was what? 3 years ago, 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
3 years ago?
3 years ago. I think 3 or 4 years ago.
It was like pretty much the inaugural Celebration Bowl game.
The first ever.
That was the first one.
First ever. Yeah. So, we lost. That was like the hardest interview I had to have because I had to talk after we took an L because, everybody's emotional on the field.
Right.
So, after that, I had promised myself never to lose a game like that ever.
What was it about it that made it so? Obviously a loss is a loss, but you said lose like that. So what about it was it that stood out in terms of loss outside of the nature of the game?
I feel like it was just a moment where, as a team, we finally started to come together and play as a team. Before it was more like offense doing their thing and defense doing their thing, but it was like we started bonding and we wanted that really bad. We already won the MEAC, but we wanted to win the national championship too.
Right. So
it happened, and it hurt a lot of us. And I remember my peoples came down. I didn't even go over there after the game. It was. I feel like that was a learning moment for me because I feel like every champion loses because I have a nice resume of winning. Like I win a lot.
Right.
So if you lose and you really could take it to the face, because even Mike Tyson got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? That's a great fighter. So I took that to the face, and since then it's been whatever. And then after that, I went to I got picked up.
Before you go into that, so there's one thing I wanted to ask, and even as you were growing up, before you start moving into the next part, dude, I noticed this constant trend where you've always there's been an expectation. It seems like you've always been in a spotlight, maybe not necessarily a public one, but even with from a coaches and the team one, because you said even playing soccer, trying to go for the Green Eagles, the Super Eagles, essentially. That's a high performance mark, especially over the course of the last 10 years, and even particularly that when you were starting, that means they were getting ready for that early youth run that led them having the expectation for the World Cup a few years ago. So like for you, like what has been? Was that something that you were taught maybe from your parents as a child? Is that something that has just been innate, or is like what is this resonance towards leadership?
So growing up, my mom always told us, like, she would bring us together and tell us. She would sing this song, actually. She'd be like, you can get it if you really want. Well, you must try and try. So it's just like something that has stuck to me since I was a little kid. I'm never the one to give up. Like, if I'm in a fight, you could punch me 2, 3, 4 times, knock me down, I'm going to always get up. That's just me. So it's always been in my mind where focus on something and you get it. This is for everybody that's watching this. Like, if you want to accomplish something in life, just tune in. Right. Tune into your mental, your spiritual, especially spiritual, because if you pray a lot, God blesses you. Like, God blesses a hardworking man. It's just what it is. So that's where I'm at with it. Like, I've always been a dude. My mom was like, oh, you got cut? You still going back? I'm just like, yeah, Mom, I'm never the one to give up. Like, she always tell me, like, that I show her a lot, that how she used to be when she was little.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And that makes sense. Does even being because you're from Lagos area, right?
Yeah, I was born in Lagos.
So, like, you have this area that's also, like, it's such a mixed bag. It's so busy. It can be so prevalent, but it can be very dangerous. Like, at the same time, you have, like, this mix where everybody, like, Lagos is a wonderful city. And at the same time, it is chaotic as I don't know what. How much of that even added to the environment of now how you were able to acclimate to other places too? Because, it's
okay. I'm a survivor. I don't tell a lot of people like how I am here today. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people see me now. I drive an Audi. I wear nice clothes. They thought I was born with a, with a golden spoon in my mouth, but right. It was not always like that. Everything that I had or I have, I had to work hard for. I had to work hard. My people's never like, oh, take this 10,000. No, they never did that to me and my brothers. Never, none of us, especially the boys. They could do it to the girls, but the boys, it is what it is. You got to go get it. So I made friends with a lot of hood people. I feel like there was the people who I was able to connect with, like the Agberos, I was really cool with all of them. And that's where, like, my mentality came from, like, when it comes to being, like, a savage. Like, they just taught me how to be a savage and just be, ahead of everybody else. They taught me how to think. Nobody can ever cheat me. I know when you cheat me. I just act like I don't. That's a good thing about knowing, like, being street smart. Like, they taught me street smart. So I'm really proud of my upbringing and my background. Just because, like, there's a lot of things that I've seen, especially living in Lagos. I've seen a lot of things like bad stuff, but we're not gonna talk about it, bro.
No. We don't need to. We want to uplift, all right? Return to Nigeria. That's what scare people now.
Even the way that it used to be back in the day, there's a lot of things have changed. I just went back last year. It's like the thing in the States. It's crazy. They got everything: internet, water, like.
Bruh, I'll say this. So I haven't been able to go back to Nigeria since 2012. All right. Oh. And so it's been a while, but I've already had a lot of people that's gone by. And even in 2012 alone, and this was before, because in River State area, and especially for my village area, we've had, floods, we've had these area boy situations, and obviously the depression that occurred in Nigeria as well. So they came, but it's kind of come and gone. But even then, I remember prior to that, we hadn't gone since like 1998, 99. Mm-hmm. So whenever we went back, and I remember my brother and I, initially, he even got caught up in the, oh, man, Nigeria's not going to have anything. I don't know what it's going to be, blah, blah, blah. But then you go and you're like, oh, my God, like, I can't believe we allowed ourselves to think this way. Like, yo, this place is so dope. Like, and I think in perspective, maybe looking at it as a kid to then when you see it as an adult. But, like, even still, it's just like, no, all the elements are right there for the making. Like, Nigeria is great. It's great. It has what's needed. It's just those little markers so that it can be consistent. It can be in breadth as much as it has its depth. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like that's probably the best time I had ever when I went back last year. It was a great time. It was a great time.
When was the last time you had been able to go back?
2 years ago.
2 years.
So I'm trying to go like every year now. But now that I've signed to play with the country, I'm probably gonna be in there like 2-3 times a year.
Right. I'm trying to work my way over there. I've been trying to talk with the Nigerian Rugby Union and Nigeria Rugby Sports Union, and trying to be able to make sure that I can get some rugby something to take care of it in terms of coverage or whatever, to be able to get over there, because it's one of those places where, look, you see the potential, especially within its rugby, and you know that it's elemented there, but it's just you need to have there's like a few more pieces that are just needed to take it over. I'm like, no, let me sneak into this. Like, come on, guys, let me go in. Let me know, people.
Hey, but then with my whole story, like I went after college. I got picked up. We had pro day. I remember 20 people did pro day at my school, and I feel like I had the potential to play in the NFL just because of like just the way I think and how I carry myself.
Right.
So the pro day came around. I worked hard. I worked hard for 9 weeks, two a days. I 2 days for 9 weeks. I did that, and then pro day came around. Me and my brother did the best, and I remember the quarterback too was one of the players that were highlighted. And after the pro day was done, they sent everybody else home except me, my brother, and Malcolm.
Oh, nice.
So it was Jacksonville, Dallas, Miami Dolphins. I think the Steelers, Big Ball Steelers, they're the ones that stayed to work me out. They gave me extra workout.
That's a good solid. That's a solid. Well, I mean, especially particularly Cowboys, Steelers, solid group. Jacksonville, Miami,
because that's where I got picked up.
Any NFL team is still better than no NFL team.
Yeah. So after the pro day, when they told me to just keep my lines open, because I think the draft was maybe 3-4 weeks after that.
Right.
And then so the draft came around. I got called the day before in Miami. The Dolphins told me they were gonna pick me up in the 7th round. So I'm watching the draft, just watching, First round went by, second round went by, third round, fourth round, fifth round, 6th round, 7th round went by. I didn't get picked up. Oh. So I'm just, just bummed. But I'm in class, though, bummed in class. And then, because I had one more semester.
You're feeling it while trying to be able to get that study looked up, bro.
Yeah. I'm bummed in class, just waiting. And then my phone rings. Miami called first, and they was just like, so what you think about coming in as a undrafted free agent? Mm-hmm. I didn't give them an answer because my agent was working, I guess. Then he called me right after. He was just like, don't give him an answer, just wait. And then like 2 hours later, Jacksonville called. Yeah, they was just like, said the same thing. And then I asked my agent, so which one? Which one should I go to, Miami or Jacksonville?
Miami and Jacksonville.
Yeah. And then he was just like, I think you should go to Jacksonville. I think I know a couple guys up there. I think you'd be good over there. So I went over there, and then when they seen me, I'm talking about people the same size as me, same size as me, playing my position. They found out the college I went to, HBCU, they was just like, we're just going to put him in linebacker. I don't play linebacker, bro. I'm a defensive end. You know what I'm saying? That was new.
You get down to 3 position, you go.
Yeah, so that was new. I'm in there, I'm doing my thing. And then I call my agent. I'm just like, so why they got me playing linebacker? I'm out here bigger than most of these DNs. Like, what's going on?
Right.
And then he was just like, I guess they already picked up the DNs they wanted. And I'm just like, this is already shit. Like, they already started with politics. That's all I think about. So I was just like, you know what? It's cool. I'm just do what I do. I did what I did. I went home. I didn't get called back. So it was just more like, all right, cool. I'm going to keep working. So, I mean, I was hurt. I feel like that moment broke me just because it was more like a dream and it just disappeared just like that. And then I decided to go to school because my mom always told me to have a plan B. Right. So I got accepted to Life University, School of Chiropractic.
So let me ask this, okay? So, because there's a lot of layers here. Well, even first off, how'd you end up finding out about Life? Like, what?
I Googled it. I was just like, what's the best chiropractic school in the country? And Life came up. and I just applied.
Wait, why'd you go chiropractic? How come you didn't go?
I'm good with my hands. Yeah. So it was just more like, and did I do that or just become a mechanic or something? But I wasn't trying to be dirty all the time.
You don't want that oil life?
I was trying to be dirty all the time. So
the only oil I want on my body is my own body oil. That's
yeah. So I decided to do chiropractic, and then I just packed up and just went down apartment. And it was in school for like 2 days. So I'm in class. This is weird. I'm in class, and then my agent called me. They're just like, Fred, what you doing? And I'm just like, I'm in class. I told you I was going back to school. Like, it's done for football. And then he's just like, I have a contract for you right now to go to the CFL, Montreal OS. Right now, you go out there, you sign, you're going to make some good money, play there half the year, because it was like a middle of the season. Play it half the year, play one more year, and decide if you want to stay there. I'm just like, Call my dad and my mom on the phone. I was just like, Dad and Mom, like, I'm in school already, this is my life now there,
Right. Hey, what were your parents' thoughts when it came to that too? Because look, we always know Nigerian parents always want us academics first, academics first, and maybe sports, and then like 11th, 12th through infinity, it's still academic. So when you were going through this process, like what was the thought process that your parents were having on this?
My parents are a little different from like a regular African, parents. They let you choose because from a little boy, we were at the church, and the pastor told him that I'm going to be a star in sports. So, and they told him straight up, don't make this boy do something that he doesn't want to. So it was different for me when it came to a lot of things in life. My mom, she called me, because when I called them, they were just more like, so this is a decision you got to make. I'm not going to make this decision for you. If you were a little boy, it would be different, but now you're a man, You don't left the house and, you're doing what you're supposed to do. So make the decision. I still wanted to play. So it was just more like, I might as well just go, Told my teachers, I'm out. I just got on the flight the next day because I had to leave the next morning at 7:30. The flight was 7:30 to Montreal. And I was still in Atlanta the day before. It was crazy. My brothers drove down. This is like the wildest situation. Like my brothers drove down to my apartment. Came down, I think it was at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
They pulled up in a truck. So we packing up all my stuff, putting it on the truck. I'm talking about I remember I left my couch, my washing machine, and my dryer in Atlanta when I left.
That hurt.
Because they couldn't fit the truck. It was just like, pack what you came to the door. I was just like, all right, boom. We done packing. I'm like, I'm getting the steering. I'm driving.
Right.
So we drove. We got there, packed up my stuff, got to the airport, made the flight, got to Montreal. It was new. Everybody was speaking French. I was just like, what's going on? But they accepted me. I played, had a great time. 2 years. 2 years.
Okay, so you got some amount of time in CFL.
Yeah. So, but then I left, and I was just like, basically, they were bringing in they had some new sign-ins, I guess. They just had a draft, some new DNs. I was just like, I talked to the GM. He was just like, Fred, you just need to stay. Just like, I don't know. I think I at that point, I kind of fell out of love with football.
I was going to say, like, because especially whenever, a lot of people always say, like, whenever they get into the business of the sports is whenever everything kind of changes a little bit for them, because obviously college provides a passion and you're able to kind of disconnect from a lot of the minuscule politics for the most part. But now you're dealing with, I got to maneuver around, and even finding an agent. What was that process like for you?
It wasn't hard. Like, once you ball, it wasn't. I had 7 different choices.
Why did you choose the one that you went with?
The one I went with, honestly, he was cool with my brother before I started balling. Yeah. But the other ones, I had people like drive to come see my dad and my mom. Like, we're going to treat your son good, all that type of stuff. But I chose the agent. He was a good agent, not too bad. He could have done better with the team that I picked.
It was early. You were just an early career kind of move, trying to hopefully. I'm assuming he was one that was trying to be an up and comer as well too, or
no. He had 2 first rounders, 1 second rounder. So like, basically, when you have agents like that and you're a free agent, they really don't,
They don't. It doesn't have the same swagger. They don't put the same amount of energy because right.
Yeah, so it was just more like it's whatever. But once I came down to Life, though, I remember it was an orientation. I met Leeds. He coaches the undergrad now.
Yeah.
He played on the men's club, and then he was just like, I heard you played in the league. And what you think about joining the rugby team? And I was just like, I mean, I'm about to come watch and see how the sport is played.
I was about to say, did you have any experience with rugby prior to that moment?
I mean, rugby's big back home, so it was just more like I had a lot of guys that played rugby, but
wait, hold on. We're gonna step back real quick. Wait. So the Lagos League is actually legitimately. See, I've always looked at it. It looked like it had movement, but I don't. Again, River State doesn't hear anything of it almost at all. But I knew most of it, like the police and everything like that, had.
King's College had one.
King's College. That makes sense.
I went to King's College.
You know what? I remember meeting a guy in a tournament here in the States who played. It was a white dude who played as the King's College Nigerians, and I was like, wait, hold up, what happened? What? I was so confused. I was like, wait, what's going on? But he said that, he played at that school, and like the Nigerian team almost turned into almost all English guys at King's College or something to that effect.
Yeah. King's College they was probably really good back in the day. I mean, I had chances to play, but I was too into soccer, dude.
Right. I mean,
rugby. But my little brother, on the other hand, wanted to play rugby. He wanted to play that really bad, and still wants to play. But I don't know. He's in school to become a doctor now, so he's really not.
Hey, nobody said you can't do both. All right.
Yeah, I'm doing both right now. Yeah, so it's just like, hey, you could do both, but he's just like, just tell them on the team when you're ready to go, I'll be the team doctor. I mean, that wouldn't be bad, But yeah, I came and he was just like, yo, come to practice and come watch us play. I'm just like, all right. So I was watching him play. I was just like, this is like a mixture of soccer and football.
Exactly. The thing that everybody puts together.
Yeah, like a mixture of soccer and football. I think I would like this. So I told him, okay, cool, I'm down to play. He was just like, yes, everybody was happy. So off the rip, practice. I was playing against, because during practice we play against Life undergrad team too, and they're like the number one team in the country.
Right, there's some beats.
Really good. Yeah, really good. So I just had targets. You know what I'm saying? I'm the locker room talking to people. It's like, yeah, so all American. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna line them up. That was my plan going in there. Big hits to tackle, big hits. The coach was just like, oh, I like the way you hit. I'm talking about Coach Lawrence. This is
okay. OG. And I was gonna say, did you start under Coach Lawrence or Coach Carriega? But it looks like it was Coach Lawrence.
Coach Lawrence was the defensive coach. He was always at practice. So he was like, this guy is pretty good. So I went in there, took somebody's spot, got the starting job at the sixth position, played a year, won the Natty, won the National Championship Men's Club, and then I started playing in February last year.
Oh, wow. So this is like recent. Nice.
Yeah, because I played 2 seasons last year. I played in the D1A Men's Club conference, and then in the fall, that's in the spring, and then in the fall I played in ARP.
ARP. Oh, that makes sense. So you were going up against Old Blue and Nyack and
playing all those MLR players,
Potomac and all them.
Mm-hmm. So we beat everybody in the ARP except 404. But the 404 was not like, they weren't really the team in the ARP at that point. They didn't accept them because they came in late. But we won the ARP and D1
Club D1 conference. Yeah.
Yeah. Then after the season, I got signed by Rugby ATL.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was towards the end of camp, basically they were talking about they didn't have money for insurance for some players. Mm-hmm. And like the way I play, I'm not gonna play without insurance.
Right, because you're a crasher. You're here to destroy, and like you need to be able to make sure that the body is gonna be able to get kept.
Yeah, so I was just like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm just gonna play with Life. And then Nigeria's been wanting me to play with them since last year, December.
I was about to say, and when did they first contact you? Did you send over a tape or did they just Scouting? Because I know they're always
They
looking for
scouted.
random Nigerians around.
Yeah, they scouted. The captain actually scouted. Follow me on Instagram, just checking out my
Nice.
stuff.
Oh,
And
yeah. Emmanuel, or I forgot his name. I have him on Instagram, too. I know you.
Yeah, he followed me because they have 3 captains. They have captains for the backs, forwards, and they have OG that was the first to actually be on the team. The only one that was there when they started together again. Because the Nigerian team was there before, then it crashed, and then now they're bringing it back up.
They've only been able to. They were 10 years gone. They've just been able to start seeing their rise literally last year. Start playing.
Yeah. So I was supposed to cap I remember Madagascar when they went to go play in Madagascar.
Oh yes, dude! Look, I was looking to get to that game. I literally because that was for the Silver Cup. That was supposed to be for Silver Cup stuff, and I was literally trying to get them to let me go broadcast that game for them under Kwesi. And part of me now that Kwesi's no longer there, I'm still when COVID is done, we got a whole network.
Yeah, but that game I watched the highlights. It was over 60,000 people.
Madagascar's legit. That was a place that I didn't even realize played rugby.
Yeah. But then I was just because my coach was just I couldn't go because I was still in season.
Yeah.
And then I had to go back. I had to go to Africa. I think this and the whole thing with ATL started. I had to go to Africa in the middle of camp, kind of. Not in the middle of camp, but it was second week of camp. But it was emergency. I had to go back. And I told them yo, this was going on. So I guess that was maybe one of the reasons for them to act the way they did. But I mean, the way I live now, it's just for me. If it's not, then maybe I'm gonna see them along the run.
Right. Look, so, you said, things happen for the reason, and they occur in their moments where they do. But look, now it's getting a chance to be able to even take it up another level and experience it. And then if it's not rugby ATL, then it's somebody else because talent gets recognized regardless, even as long as that's what you want. Yeah,
because Dallas called me to play with them.
You're just going to all the Nigerian hubs, aren't you? Just hit them all. Atlanta.
I don't know. They
go check out Houston too.
Yeah. They need help. They need help at Houston. They do, but I'm just about to get my experience to play some international rugby.
Yeah.
Before I think about coming back to the MLR, honestly, because it's cool. MLR, they pay, but the pay is not really,
It's nothing that's gonna keep you. It's this is at least there's some compensation for the work that's done. But it's not. This is set my future off it. And I think that's the thing. I think we're especially rugby here in the country is at this position where it's trying to develop into an industry. And I think it's only recently, maybe the last 5 years, started to really move as an industry. So
maybe I give them at least 5 years before people start making some good money because they need to publicize the MLR a little more. I feel like they're not doing a good job.
I'm right there with you. For me, it's where's the face of the league? I need to know who the stars are. Give me stars. I can be able to you can mark it off with stars. Then everybody else gets a trickle effect from there.
Yeah, that's true. They need that. They're starting to bring people in though, people from overseas, Fiji. New York just signed 2 guys from the Fiji national team.
True.
Yeah, I'm whoa. I don't know how they're gonna pay those guys because those guys didn't go ask for no. They could go play in places like New Zealand, but at the same time. The MLR is going to get there. They have the talent. They have the players.
Right.
So they're going to be
step-by-step process.
Yeah. Maybe I'm going to end up still playing in the MLR later in the life. But right now, I'm going to play with Life this season. This is my plan. Play with Life this season and then play international because I have 1 more year left in school.
Okay. Then you have to make your decision and going on.
Yeah. So, Nigeria, because I'm right now, I'm currently on the leadership team for the Nigerian national team. Yeah, they put me on there, so I know a lot of things that's happening. We got some exciting stuff coming. We got a couple tournaments coming next year.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and we got some sick jerseys coming in, sick.
Look, I feel like a lot of people low-key don't realize, for Nigeria, I don't remember the names of the coaches, but the coaches and the manager have been going in. Obviously, you pay attention to Twitter, pay attention to email us, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. But I've been watching them go in, especially the amount of recruiting that they've been taking out from London and bringing in, and now even trying to tap in from the States. But a lot of that London crew that's come in, that's sick talent, and that's something that they can market on top of. And then just the fact that, for the most part, I think it's like Uganda, Monaco, I think, and Madagascar to an extent are really, and Kenya, of course, are the big heads.
Namibia,
and Namibia, of course.
Namibia, South Africa. Because we get to play them.
But South Africa doesn't play in Gold Cup. South Africa never plays in the Africa.
My goal. This is my goal. Right? This is my goal if I'm done playing rugby. I want to play against South Africa, and I want to beat them. That is my goal.
I can feel that.
Yeah, so they're giants of Africa now in soccer, but I give it a few years. Because the type of coach we have right now, he's bringing in we got some talent coming in.
I believe it.
Solid guys.
Because, dude, look at it. Like, even with South Africa, look, don't get me wrong. It's literally a legendary team in all its athletes. But the key is, consistency of play together, early start, talent. Nigeria's got talent. They're pulling people who have started early. And now you're getting the consistency of play as everybody gets together around. That's why I said, like, first thing first, beat Kenya. That is the first knocker that goes. Then I feel like Namibia and South Africa becoming that. Namibia, South Africa, Zimbabwe. That little region of Southern Africa, you knock those out, the rest of the world is cake.
Because I have my boy, I know his name Manata. He plays for the Kenyan national team. He's here in the States right now. He's been talking mad junk since I got picked up. You're afraid I'm gonna see you. We're gonna play against each other. I'm just like, okay. Don't be mad when you get boom fired.
Right.
Don't be mad when you get smacked. Because I'll go for you the whole time. You're my boy. I know how you play, so because I played with him. Because my first time playing sevens was early this year.
Okay. I was gonna say, how do you feel with that with the open field?
I think sevens is my game.
Yeah. Because you'd already naturally have the endurance and the pace that's already going for it. Yeah. And now with that spread, just the size is just going to dominate through. Yeah,
sevens is my game because, it's hard to bring me down, grab the two people. If I could get the ball off before two people get me, we came in second place at the LA sevens.
Yeah.
That's how good we were. But, I think I told the coach already that I want to play sevens for Nigeria also.
Nice.
15.7, so it's going to be just fine for me.
Get Nigeria into the HSBC, man. HSBC tournament not in Hong Kong anymore, but whatever it's going to be, that overall qualifier that they usually do.
Yeah, but I mean, I plan to give my everything this fall though to Life because that's going to be my alma mater. This one and two,
right?
They're the one that showed me the way. They exposed me basically because if I didn't play for Life, I don't know if anybody would really know about me, So I owe a lot to Life University and especially Coach Bradford. He's been like a father figure in my life. That's the head coach. And he tells me when I'm doing wrong stuff. I mean, he tell you how it is. So that's why I really respect Life. They have a great culture. They, that's like probably one of the best teams I've played in my whole career, honestly.
What makes it so special? And I've heard this a lot from the Life guys as well, between Life and Lindenwood guys. Like, I've heard this between these two programs. But for you, what was it that made Life sit so well for you?
It's the culture. I just put it that way. I mean, every team, some people not going to like you. Some people going to like you. But it's different. Like, even if they don't like you when it comes to winning, everybody put the pride aside. Everybody put everything aside and just play and just focus on the task ahead. That's the difference. But when I played at Central, it was like you could just tell the people that didn't like you on the team. Like, they will show it. They're not the type of people that just, just hide it for the cause. They will show it and, they'll mess up a lot of things, But with Life, it's just more like we going to play, we going to win. And the way they train is just so, intense. Like, Life training, a lot of players on other teams don't survive that training. They're playing at 7 level. And, that's why they beat everybody because people can come out just smashing them and beating them, but can you go 80 minutes with Life?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's interesting to me because I always go why don't more people try and mimic it? But I guess those have to have a special kind of crazy to be able to.
Yeah, it's the coach, Lawrence, man. Coach Lawrence is man. But the fact that the defensive training is Defensive, like the defenses on bracket where we do training. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I look up to that every time, though. That should be my favorite part of the day.
Yo.
My favorite part of the day. Because I'm a defender. Like, that's my nature, you know? But, like, I'm beginning to learn the offensive part of rugby, which is making it even more interesting to me. Like, I plan on playing rugby until I retire.
That's good. That's good. And this is the perfect sport to be able to do that. Like, so much longer. Look, whenever I first started, when I found out there was like 60, 70-year-old guys that were still playing, and they play like rock, like they were still playing, not like just old boying it, like playing. I'm like, yo, these dudes were hard to tackle in and of themselves. Yeah. Like their body, I was like, yo, this is the sport. This is the sport to be in.
It is. It got a longevity in it. The injuries are not like as bad as football, where like 2 or 3 concussions, you're done. Like, I'm knock on wood, I never had a concussion. I don't plan to have one, but you know, that's a blessing because I know God has His hand in my life. You know,
dude,
that
man.
right there.
Dude, I love it. Freddi, man, dude, I love this so much. And I'm so happy to see, like, this progression and getting to see, especially you're still in your infant stage of rugby, too. So the potential is, like, still so skyrocketed. So, like, when are you supposed to be set to go overseas and start working with Black Stallions?
December, January.
Okay.
Yeah, we were just talking about it probably towards the end of December. But I'm going to Nigeria in December regardless. So
right.
But December in January, and then they were talking about having that tournament in Lagos. It's going to be a big tournament. They're inviting a lot of teams, a lot of big teams. So I guess that's going to be where we're going to test our waters with the new team that we have. You know,
might need to go talk to them to see what's up with them. When is that one? In May and.
Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe early in the year, maybe like February. They were just saying it last year. Last night, I was having a conversation with the captain because he was just telling me how like they want. You know how the Nigerian soccer jerseys are sold out. That's how we want to get the rugby jerseys, just because the way they designed it, and like they're really good. They're gonna be coming out at BLK.
Yeah.
BLK. Yeah. Nice. So it's gonna be nice. I just want them to do it the right way, you know. I'm giving them the advice because if you have like you know how they advertise the jerseys for the soccer team?
Yeah.
We just need to get on that level, just do a couple photo shoots, you know, before the jersey drops. Then I think that would be a good fundraiser for the team.
Definitely be a good start, and then continuing to double down, especially in the Lagos area, Lagos and Abuja area. If you can double down in the marketing in those areas to be able to get people to at least have awareness. Because right now the biggest issue with Nigeria is just the culture is not a rugby culture. It's a soccer culture by nature.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
It can be switched. It's not even just switched. It can be added in because the aggressive nature is still in our ego. Like rugby is that perfect balance of ego and not. So, dude, I expect it. I'm looking for it, man.
I'm looking forward to it too. It's just like I'm glad I'm able to join when the start of it. You know I'm not going to be playing when they actually get to where they need to get to, but I like the process because, you know, like I remember last year, I think it was during the summer, I got sent to a USA camp.
I was going to say, how come I would have been surprised that you hadn't been taken to an Eagles camp yet? But you have.
I went there for, I think it was USA North. I went. They had picked up, basically it was just people that just started playing rugby, so they was picking up like a team for that.
Yeah.
And they brought in some guys that played their whole life. So it was just straight athletes at that camp. I was there for 2 weeks, made the team. I made the team up there. It was 11 of us that made the team. Made the team, played against some teams that they played with, played 2 games with them. And then I just came back. But it was just more like I had a conversation with my dad, like, America, it would be great to represent the United States, but what about my country, you know?
Right, dude, feel the exact same. Nothing, it's not against the U.S., but, man, if you can rise Nigeria, especially if you can get it into Olympic contention 2024, bro, and you're right in that age range. Like, by the time that comes, that would be 30 by the time whenever you get done.
Mm-hmm.
That's the perfect time.
It's crazy, like, and the sevens teams almost beat America. They lost by 1 try. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Last year. Yes, they lost by 1 try. So if they could stick with the states like that. But you know what I'm saying? They got some talent, but I join in. I got a couple guys that I've recruited here too that's gonna be joining with us. I think we're gonna be fine. Especially sevens. 15s is gonna be okay, but sevens is gonna be where we make our money, honestly. Yeah.
Build up on both. If you can get both of them, especially because 15s is going to be the one that gives you global notoriety. Sevens is the one that opens you up to the casual crowd.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean, I'm really, really excited, man. I cannot wait. I can't wait because it's something that I dream and think about all the time now. Just representing, this capping, just playing my first game with my country, man. It's gonna be. I feel like it's probably gonna be one of the greatest moments in my life.
It almost makes it almost like, look, even though you didn't get onto the Super Eagles, look, you're still being able to represent the green and white.
Still, that green and white, man. Still, I'm so pumped. But yeah, that's really it, man.
Bruh. Dude, I'm so happy for it, man. Dude, where can people find you, be able to follow you at, man?
My Instagram handle is Freddigamo, at Freddigamo, FREDGAMO. That's my Instagram handle. I mean, I use Facebook too, but Instagram is really where I'm at.
Instagram is a heavenly spot, yes.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yo, awesome, brother. Dude, thank you so much. Bro, I like I said, I can't wait. And, dude, we're going to have you back on here as the time goes because, yeah, no, this is good. I like, bro, you got that energy. I like it. Always got to put up for my peoples, too, anyway. So.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm just excited. You know, you got my number. You got my email. Just email me anytime you want me to come on the show. I'll always be glad to.
Sounds like a plan. Yo, guys, I mean, what can we say? What can you say? This is a guy that knows what he wants and he's gonna go get it. How can you not want to have that in rugby, you know? Even just an ounce. That's why we go for crossover athletes. This is part of the reason why people keep thinking the U.S. is a sleeping giant, which is annoying because it's just starting to grow and whatever. It's just a term that we're tired of. But you guys definitely check this out. Absolutely check him out. Thank you, Freddi, so much for being a part of this. Thank you for coming through. Can't wait to have him back on and, of course, getting the update. Recognize my green and white, the Black Stallions. Let's go, Nigeria Rugby. And, guys, man, we got so many great interviews coming back through here. Definitely check out our last interview with the great, the wonderful my comrade stayed through. And tomorrow she won't. Derek Lipskin of Old Blue Rugby. Before that, Pat Evans from Front Office Sports. Kelly Smith from American Rugby Pro Training Center. Adam Gray Hayward, star of the movie Play On. Jackie Finland, the editor-in-chief, creator of the Rugby Breakdown. Farrah Douglas of Mount St. Mary's Women's Rugby head coach. Rashad Lipford, founder of ENTS, North Carolina A&T HBCU. And just so much more available back there. Nia Tapper, Chetta Emba, James Brunson, Nicholas Walcott, Ram Edding. We have some amazing guests. Please check it out. And of course, please leave a review if you can. It helps us. It makes sure that we know what you like and make sure we are consistently keeping things going the way that they should. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to it. Of course, you guys can watch the video feed on GiftTimeRugby.com. On YouTube.com/GiftTimeRugby. And you definitely don't want to miss any second of this whatsoever. It's definitely a great time. Thank you guys. I hope you guys are staying happy. I hope you guys are staying healthy. And of course, I hope you know that you are highly favored. You guys have a good one. Cheers.